Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 1st of December, 2021. So we have printed the November statements. We are into, amazingly, the last month of the year. Again, hard to believe. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract, daily chart of the broad market and futures forum. We closed down for the session. You're also seeing the current candle, which is showing a small gap up for the morning as I give this presentation. Crude oil back to 67.72, closer to the lows of the last 8 months. Gold up $4.10, also back down. So we've got the S&P cash lost 88.27 points today. Yuck. The Nasdaq 100 lost 263, and there's a head and shoulders type formation forming there. So this thing breaks under that low from back at the beginning of November, and that's where the real troubles began. By the way, the static trend line that's in place from the 9-bar startup phase would take us back to 14,800 and change. So another 2,500 points back on the Nasdaq. So just be aware of that. The SOX down 77, got crushed after almost making it back to above the closing high of the year, but then got crushed. Biotech's down 42. Russell 2000 loses 43 points as well. This thing's really had that nice looking breakout going, and then this thing's really coming back in. So the smaller cap sector getting hit hard here. Dow, which we don't really care about, down 652. Not a pretty chart, but like I said, it's only 30 stocks. The TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up $2.27, back near the highs of the year. Bonds up, rates down, right? Advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq was worse during the day, but closed negative 15.25, so still very negative. Advanced decline ratio on the New York negative 19.57, down near the lowest, maybe 7 or 8 of the year. Trend closes at 2.02. That's obviously up. That's one of the highest closes on the trend. That's bringing that 10-day on the trend up to 1.22. Nasdaq volume. This is the fun part. As the sell-off happens, the real sell-off happens. Remember, Friday was a half day, and there was heavy volume for that for a half day, what is usually a nothing day. But it was only about, it wasn't even 4 billion shares because it was a half day. Monday, we saw almost 5 billion on the rally, maybe 4.8, right? But then Tuesday, as we sold off, 6.6 billion. So again, the volume in the sell-offs, not in the advancing days. VIX closes up 4.23 at 27.19. Looks like a breakout potential there, doesn't it? Apple up $5.06. This is the one standout of the day. New closing highs on Apple. Amazon down 54.50. Facebook down 13.57. That doesn't look great. Google down $72.66. Goldman Sachs down $5.55. Netflix down 21.94. Again, there's a 13 sell signal in place there. We're coming up on the static trend line of the, which was a later static trend line, by the way. Tesla up $7.77, because why not? Zoom, interesting here. We're selling off because of COVID, and Zoom's down $7.50, and Peloton's down 39 cents. So the COVID stock's not rallying on the COVID problems. Bitcoin at 57,555. Currently, looking at the intraday action, here's what we got. So again, you had the half day on Friday, the gap down and closed lower. Then Monday we gapped up, kind of came back, but then rallied, went dead flat, and pulled back and closed basically inside the opening 5-minute candle. So the net of the trading on Monday was nothing. But then Tuesday, gap down, tried to fill. The Nasdaq did fill, by the way. Sold off sharply. You got the 13 buy signal at the bottom of the day, and then still managed to close the lows of the day. So that's ugly. Right now, as I write this, futures are up though. I got the, as I write this, as I dictate this, ES up 40 and the Nasdaq up 220. But remember, that can change overnight by a lot. So we have nothing specific to say about that at this time. And then let's just talk about the economic data coming out. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so here in the U.S. in particular, ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Manufacturing PMI at 9:45. Fed Chair Powell testifies. ISM manufacturing at 10. Treasury Secretary Yellen testifies. Construction spending at 10. ISM manufacturing prices. Crude oil inventories at 10:30, and the Fed Beige Book at 2. So that's that. And then we'll do one more preview for the rest of the week. Remember, as we look at the December layout, let's just talk about that really briefly here. So you've got this week, So this week is ends on the 3rd. So Friday the 17th is triple expiration for options, which means that Wednesday the 15th could be the options unraveling. It also means the 9th to the 10th is the futures contract roll, the quarterly contract roll into the 2022 contract. So there's a few things coming up before we hit the holidays, but some of them could be some excitement, obviously. Chart as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week. Actually, Wednesday.